Yo siempre que inicio un juego lo inicio con cabeza fría y todo eso, ¿sabes? En plan de, me da igual lo que digan los demás. Yo voy a ver cuál es mi experiencia con este juego. Y yo siempre intento disfrutar al principio con todos los putos juegos. Eso, tenedlo claro. Bueno, supongo que este. Pero si hay juegos que no dan más de sí, pues no dan más de sí, amigos. Si hay juegos que por mucho que haga, pues no son buenos o no me terminan de gustar, pues es lo que hay. Flipo con lo bonito que es este paisaje. ¡Ay, se mueve, se mueve! Mira cómo se mueve la muralla. Se mueven los colorines de la muralla cuando estás a lo lejos. Hacen... ¡wiu, wiu, wiu! Por esto no me dejaban hacer viaje rápido.
Somehow I'm guessing this ain't a coincidence.
Just a word of friendly advice. Leave your opponent this time to me.
Don't mess with me, Zavid.
No me toques las
I'm not messing
pelotas.
with you, especially not now. You can listen to me or not, your choice. But I'm
Que lo hagan los
handling
dos
this
y ya
either way.
está.
Like hell.
¡Las pelotas!
Fair enough, Dezel. But just so you know, there's 2 people left that I've still got a score to settle with. And I didn't save these last 2 shots of mine.
Solo quedan dos balas, que es un normal. Tanto hacer persona. Mi kilo de verga.
Don't ever forget that.
Persona.
Now, come at me.
1 contra 1, venga.
This is ridiculous!
Too late now. Here goes.
Otra vez, qué pesado.
I'm not letting an ass like you interfere with my plans.
Gonna have to beat this ass first before you can say that.
Sorry, I'm handling this. Don't you dare try to keep me out.
Tranquilo, que te quiero luchando. ¡Ven aquí, David! Ah, sí, MK Leo será mejor, espérate. ¡Te cambio por MK Leo! La mejor armatización. La armatización de los bros.
Hiding, Dezel? Why am I not surprised?
Damn you, Ray. I told you to let me take this one.
Relaja, bro, relaja. Yo me lo reviento. Se ha gastado todas las balas en miles de años. Tenía 1 millón de balas y se las ha gastado todas.
This was a serious fight.
No puedo utilizarte, Dezel. Es fuerte contra el viento. ¡Calor radiante! No para de morir, Rose, es malísima. ¡Hijo de puta! Bueno, se lo ha echado a Rose, que siempre pela. Se puede hacer bien coger. ¿Por qué no puto pela? Me pregunto. Te balas contra Innominat. Y el Innominat se lo esquivó.
Hey, if you can't stop this fool from killing the Hellions, then try using this. Its power can stop malevolence from binding with people.
Got it.
I'll give you my very last shot. You can pay me back later.
Le mata.
Why do this?
Hell if I know. Go on ahead. Zavid needs a nap.
Y pela.
Let's restore our health.
Me gusta estar entre flores de chota.
This thing sure is weird. Is that the thing Zavid gave you? He said that it's a tool that shoots out power.
Yeah, and that's how he gets power to oppose the malevolence.
So, if you shoot yourself, you gain more power. If you shoot someone with it, you sever their ties with the malevolence. So it's kind of like a bow that only fires arrows of pure energy. Is that it?
These bullets have that kind of power?
Presumably.
And this is the last one, huh?
Looks like it. Assuming we can't figure out how to make more.
How about we take it apart and see if we can...
No way.
I know. We probably wouldn't know how to put it back together if we did that.
We need to treat it with care. It's obviously valuable.
An arrow of force.
La última bala.
We'll have to wait for nightfall to sneak into the castle. Why don't we chill at the inn for a bit?
Bueno, voy a pillar armas. O cosas de estas. El sombreluca, venga. Talismán antilentitud. Para Rose. Potencia de viento, sí. Obviamente para Dezel. Ahora esto para Rose. Arreglado. Fusionar. Hostia, el anillo de tierra más 3. Ahora más 4. Ahora las botas. ¡Zapatos de comando! Ay, no, no puedo hacer eso. Vale. ¡A dormir! ¡Bollo de curry de nabo! ¡Eso es, Gerbo! ¡Menea la pistolita! ¡Menea la espadita! Ah, había que ir ahí.
Well, if it ain't the boss. Welcome, welcome.
Lunar! But you look like a Hellion.
Oh dear, look at that.
Un tío que no vemos desde el principio del juego. Me suda la polla a unos niveles increíbles.
Toy with the likes of you. Come on, I'll settle this right here and now.
What exquisite anger.
Venga, te parto la cara, te la cruzo.
Makes me so hungry.
Here he comes.
Te reviento, su normal.
Incredibly strong.
You mean it's just like with the Cardinal before?
En este juego no es como los otros Tales of, que tiene batallas que tienes que perder sí o sí.
Until we beat him.
Got it.
Este, como es el Tales of Chupi, gana siempre. Los 3 cerditos ganan siempre. Aunque les pille el lobo. Tan fuerte no será cuando le estáis metiendo tremenda paliza, papá. Digo yo. No, es que es súper fuerte. Y está hambriento. Vaya paliza gitana. Estás ahí calentito a casa, si es que vuelves. Después de este tremendo navajazo.
When it's go time, we go all the way.
Overdo it and you'll just...
Damn it! Still not enough?
It's the end of the line, Lunar.
Now!
Got it!
What is this feeling?
Watch out! There's someone else here!
Might you refrain from acting out of turn?
That voice! Shut up! Don't interfere with me!
Foolish, reckless fox. Your role was to lead them on, if you recall. If you act recklessly and provoke his anger, what will we do then?
¡Pilar!
Wait!
This wasn't the plan, but I'm flexible.
Whoa! What the?
Me da igual, le reviento a todos. Ya decía yo que era demasiado fácil. Se reproduce. Y ahora es todo en blanco y negro. Como les gustan los hipsters. Es que lo antiguo es mejor siempre. Lo moderno es una mierda. Mira qué mierda. ¡Lo antiguo manda, cabrones!
You'd better go after him, or you'll lose him, girl. Surely you won't let him get away with such a vile
Tremendo
betrayal.
Judas.
Then that so-called job offer.
It was a trap.
Damn it.
Es un trapito.
Quit messing around and show yourself!
What's your hurry? Relax.
Qué voz de
This is just the
guarra.
opening act.
I'll relax when you're good and dead.
Dezel, do you know whose voice that is?
How could I forget? That's who I've been after for so long.
Se corre.
Haven't you noticed, Lila?
I have. There is no malevolence within this domain.
Meaning that whoever's generating this isn't a Hellion.
¿Quién es? Apaga esa luz que me deslumbra. Y va el guardia civil y le hace caso al kick. Nadie se mete con el kick. Hasta el guardia civil le tiene respeto. Tremenda waifu.
Rather productive for an opening act. What splendid anger you've shown me, girl. If it should blossom into hatred. Oh, but how happy he will be.
Who is she?
I've waited so long.
¡Que hables, peluca!
Indeed, the time is ripe for both of us.
Wait, Dezel! She's not a Hellion!
Like I give a damn. You turn my friends into Hellions and drag the name of the Wind Riders through the mud?
Venga, la pistolota.
What are you talking about, Dezel?
La pistolota, sácala.
Do you mean to say that the girl still doesn't know? Splendid. Oh, how splendid. The perfect scene has been set.
Dezel, no!
Let me go. This moment is what I've been living for.
Everyone,
La verganza.
this whole thing is wrong. Saray, Dezel, what's going on?
Dear, dear girl. Let me
Venga,
fill you in.
hazlo.
In a desperate effort to preserve and continue the Wind Riders, who were his last concrete connection to his dead comrade, this seraph abused your remarkable resonance to periodically commandeer your body, steering you all into the darkness, recreating the Wind Riders as an assassin's
Le ha
guild.
manipulado.
Then, in his quest to kill a Hellion, he set his sights on the power of the Armatis, using you over and over as a vessel to enact his vengeance. It was all right, he thought. It was all to avenge his friend. I do wonder if you agree.
That's right. And to take my revenge against you, I would do it all again in a heartbeat.
That's enough, creepy little girl, for now.
Yeah, there's something wrong about all of this.
Let's get out of here.
Tengo miedo.
Think not.
She became a Hellion? Why?
If words alone won't make you remember, well, like I said, I'm flexible.
So, you show your true colors at last.
Dang it!
Dezel es el verdadero jefazo. Nivel 40, hostia,
I'm gonna kill you. That's the only reason I live.
Está loquísimo.
How lost you are in the delusion of self-affirmation.
What are you saying?
It's quite pitiful, really, though I do understand.
Está tremendamente loquísimo. Se deja ya por la ira. ¡Por Laila! ¡Ah, ah!
Think hard. What was it that you truly desired? Back then, how and why did you lose your friend after killing a Hellion? What happens to its malevolence? Are you really so sure you want this to be your vengeance?
Shut up!
Try and remember.
¡Que te calles, mierda!
You lost your friend. Why is it you're so attached to the Wind Rider?
Lila, get ready to purify her!
Not this time.
Hijo de puta, quiere matarla.
Dezel!
Se revela.
What?
You mustn't!
La
No
utiliza.
other way. No, he's broken the pact.
¡Qué hijo de puta!
Dezel!
¡La pistola!
Tisk, tisk. I can't let you do that.
What? But why?
Saray, this isn't the time!
All right.
¡Oh, un ejército de waifus, como a mí me mola!
Again, I can manipulate the senses of others, deceive them through illusion. So when it looked like you'd suddenly turned into a Hellion, precisely. But for the record, the Hellion was real.
Lila, use the authority of the Prime Lord to stop Dezel.
I can't. The subword.
¡Qué hijo de puta!
Can that even be done?
Not usually. It can't be done from the subword side.
My, this is getting interesting.
Blade Bang! No, tell me what it is you're after.
There is something you should know.
¡Pues dilo!
Shepard.
What?
Let me show you exactly what mischief your Seraph friend has wrought.
La que ha liado el Dezel. Todo por venganza con Zestiria. Dezel es el Velvet del equipo.
Give his blessing. That's all. But not every blessing of the Seraphim is one that brings fortune to the people.
Finally! Finally, I can kill you! Die!
No entiendo nada.
I really enjoy traveling with them. We're so lucky.
Yeah, I'm truly grateful.
Su novio.
And of course, I want to bring the Wind Riders under Rollins' wing. You're the greatest in the land.
But engagement to you, Prince Conan? It's like a dream.
I'm sorry to see our journey end, but all's well that ends well.
No. I don't want this to end.
Don't let up out there! Go!
Prince Conan, the captain is missing.
Me cago en la cona.
Get away from her right now!
Who are you to order me around?
He's already a Hellion.
Huh? Who are you talking to?
You all smell so delicious. It's driving me wild.
Os quiero follar de lo bien que oléis.
How could he have completely turned into a Hellion in such a short amount of time?
Your Highness, what is this nonsense about us killing the first Imperial Prince?
Guards! The traitor scum are here!
A trap, huh? You sick lunatic. How can this be?
It appears that Brad, the leader of the Wind Riders, has murdered the prince. He is already in custody of the Pendrago City Guard. All other Wind Riders are likewise under arrest.
Understand? It's all because Prince Conan became a Hellion, and at the urging of his Hellion greed, he sought to eliminate all hindrances. And by now, I imagine that you've already guessed what made him a Hellion. Have you not? Him.
¿Pero por qué?
I
might be willing to pardon you, at least, if you'll agree to be mine.
Le como la poronga.
What?
Oh, come now. You'd be the kept woman of the heir to the throne! A greater honor does not exist.
Why you?
Come on!
Para proteger a Rose. Se sacrificó.
Behold, this is the fruit of your blessing. Do you have any idea what people call those with this kind of power? Angels of death.
Sephiroth.
All my fault?
El peluca es Sephiroth.
All
Le pasó la malicia, como si fuera una maldición. Para no pasar la malicia a Rose.
Looks like someone finally remembers his past.
El infernal era su piloto.
Rose! Dezel! Move it!
En todo el ojo del orto.
And now the real fun starts, Shepard. Pay close attention.
¡No! La waifu no.
Rose?
Dezel, don't move. Got it?
¡Vamos!
Why you?
You mustn't! Rose is horribly wounded. Even if you purify the malevolence, she doesn't have the strength to handle the burden.
Madre mía. ¡Ay! Que de repente lo controlo.
You mustn't attack now. Rose will...
If we don't do anything, Rose will become
¿Qué hago?
a Hellion.
Except her wounds will kill her even before that happens. A shepherd is faced with difficult choices sometimes. Isn't that right? Better decide quickly, Shepard. Your darling comedian doesn't have long. Silence!
Hold it, Sobre. Get back for a moment. I have a plan.
What?
¡Peluca! ¡Peluca, vamos!
Oh, Shepard, do quit your desperate flailing about. You risk making a mess of the grand stage.
Por eso lo hago, tontita.
Sobre. Listen.
Dezel, don't push yourself.
Just listen to me. We have to sever the
La bala.
between Rose and the Hellion.
¡El poder de la bala!
That would be nothing short of a miracle.
It's impossible.
Sobre. Hand me that thing you cut from Savid. It can fire strength itself, right? And I shall be that strength. I shall be your attack.
What do you mean?
Even as he is absorbed into the Hellion, he'll become an attack with a will of its own. He'll find the bond between Rose and the Hellion and sever it without hurting her body.
But that's just suicide!
If I can summon up the last reserves of my strength and merge them with the power stored in this one remaining bullet, I can stay myself long enough to break the bond while leaving Rose untouched.
Vamos, vamos. Suicídate.
Saray, neither Rose nor I.
Salva a Rose como en el episodio 8.
More time. You understand, don't you?
Ahora falla, ¿te imaginas? Le da el suelo y dice ¡mierda!
Dezel?
¡Persona!
Counting on you. Don't mess this up.
¡Ay, es que me da! Con la pistola. ¡Hiperrayo!
Rose, I'm so sorry. It was me. I caused you, the Wind Riders, everyone to suffer. It's all my fault.
That's what was bugging you? I suppose from the outside it looked like we were suffering. But as far as I'm concerned, these have been the happiest years of my life. 5 years ago, when everything went pear-shaped, we could have been tossed to the winds.
Gracias por manipularme y jugar con mi
We got to
clítoris.
travel again together as the scattered bones and the sparrow feathers. I was so happy. In fact, I'm grateful to you. Really. Hey, come on. There's gotta be more you want to say.
I'm useless. In the end, I wasn't
Todo el rato
good for
llorando el
damn
peluca.
thing. But I can say I did one thing right. Just one.
Protegerte.
And that one right thing made everything else worthwhile.
Que lo digas, mierda.
I'm eternally grateful to you too, Rose. Thank you.
Yeah.
Tell Saray and the others that it wasn't all bad. Romping around those rooms with all those
Ahora,
animals.
ahora es cuando lo disfrutas, cabrón.
I will.
And if they get bummed out about this,
Que se vayan a tomar por culo.
Tell him, hey, I thought you had good to do in the world. Keep moping and crying, and I'll chain you up so tight you can't even breathe. And then, give him a good kick in the ass for me.
Yeah.
Cállate ya, pesado, vete ya, muérete ya, pesado.
Good luck out there. Keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
Venga, vete ya, pesado, deja de hablar.
Rose!
Oh, thank goodness.
So, how does it feel? What do you think, Shepherd? To be as infatuated with someone as he once was? Is it not right that Seraphim, whose blessings only cause misfortune, should not be allowed to exist? Was not his very existence evil to the core and deserving of extermination?
Lies!
You've got quite a bark, girl. Those are some plucky words from one who once sought to kill the shepherd for the same reasons.
Who are you anyway?
I am Simone. Like him, a wretched, pitiable seraph, burdened with countless sins. And now, Exeunt.
Wait!
I suggest you make time to grieve.
Llega ahí el Sinka y dice, me voy. Soy lesbiana. No me gusta ese pechote de macho alfa. Llega ahí el puto macho alfa. Modo Sinka.
I told everyone to meet here tomorrow morning. Sometimes it's best to be alone for a while.
Thanks, Mikleo.
Saray, don't worry about it too much. I need a bit of a walk myself.
Buah, ahora en la soledad es cuando la mierda ataca. Ahora es cuando la malicia le puede.
Dezel's death, his shameful acts, and the things Simone said.
Mierda, los objetos que lo compré los he perdido.
Things the shepherd has to accept in order to quell the Lord of Calamity.
No ha sido para nada pillar los
I'm
objetos.
just not sure how to feel about it all.
I was thinking you should quit.
What?
Just hear me out. I used to think that when the shepherd was getting crushed and overwhelmed by his duty or by his destiny, that it was something that you could just up and quit. Until yesterday, that is. Things are different now.
For Dezel's sake, if nothing else, I want to find the answers.
That's right. It isn't even some feeling of obligation so much as I just want to know, in the hope that we won't make the same mistakes again. So that's why I no longer think you should quit.
We definitely have to find some answers.
Right. And it isn't just the shepherd's duty either. This journey is something we, all of us, need to own.
That's true. Thank you.
There's no need for thanks. I just said how I truly feel.
Estar ahí. Voy a guardar, por cierto. Vuelve a posar tras hablar con todo el mundo, vale. ¡Qué cabón! Le he comprado objetos pana.
Our friend, the creepy little girl, she said she was burdened with sins.
Right. And she also said that the shepherd must know the truth of Seraphim, who carry such sorrowful burdens.
Of those whose mere existence means human suffering. Sometimes death can be a release.
Eso
If
dijo
just by living
el
one
Sinca.
causes terrible things to happen, then death would be.
Edna, stop right there.
Habla igual que el Sinca.
I'm not talking about Dezel, you idiot.
You shouldn't be saying that about your brother either.
So what if I did? They're just words. It's probably nothing you haven't heard before anyway.
I still don't like it. I don't want
Es
to hear it right
demasiado
now.
chupi sobre para aceptar esa realidad.
Then there's nothing to discuss.
Yeah.
Saray,
Hacete bien coger.
all I was really trying to say is that I think Dezel was saved in a way. I chose my words poorly, and it was wrong of me.
Como Jim
I
Ryan.
apologize.
Thank you, Edna.
Don't mention it.
Esta canción está bastante bien.
Lila, what are you doing?
Oh, this?
That's incredible.
Papiroflexia.
How'd you do that?
Making paper crafts like this really takes the edge off for me. I forget about all my cares, and it's like I just enter my own little world.
I see.
Saray, you've got to stop carrying the burden all by yourself.
No lo está haciendo, joder.
I think this one's gonna be tough, even if I share the burden. I find myself wondering, was there anything else I could have done? Should we have talked it over first? I just start thinking about things.
Moments of reflection are good for the spirit, Saray, but regrets solve nothing.
Buena lección de vida, poca broma.
Humans have a custom. Sometimes they send a paper boat down a river imbued with a remembrance of their lost one, so that it may reach them. Since Dezel was a wind seraph, I thought maybe a bird that soars through the air would be more fitting. Now, Saray, let's send it off.
Se va a la luna. Venga, dice hasta luego, allí te quedas, planeta Tierra.
Lila.
Yes?
Thank you. But you mustn't try to carry the burden all by yourself either.
I'll be quite fine. There's no need to worry. I'm going to stay up here for a while. The wind feels comforting.
All right then. I'll leave you to it.
Okay. I too have a ways to go.
¿De qué se voy a hacer el santuario de viento si no he conseguido la arte mística del peluca? Y aunque lo haya conseguido, lo he conseguido para 5 minutos. Soy una estrellita. Dezel pares más.
Morning, Saray. Did you sleep well?
Yeah.
You don't look like it.
Yo, Saray!
Oh, Zavid. You're still here.
Ouch! Lila, is he always this cold?
Well, it looks like everyone's here.
Se roba el puesto
Care to
pares más.
explain why you wish to enter the Sublord Pact?
No problemo. My goal is directly connected to the Shepherd's journey.
Your goal?
Está clarísimo que se iba a unir
Yeah.
al equipo,
You said there
clarísimo.
were people you had to settle the score with.
Right. One of them being little Miss Edna's older brother. And the other? Mautelis.
El puto amo.
Now tell us of the Five Lords?
The entire Glenwood continent is supposed to be under his protection, right? Except our baby boy toddled off somewhere, and right at that exact time, the Lord of Calamity shows up. Isn't that funny?
It can't be.
I didn't think it could be either. At first.
But if Mautelis really did become a Hellion and bind with Heldolf...
Las pelotas.
We'll need to confirm that's what happened.
And the only way to do that is to approach him directly.
Maybe. But we need to be able to stand against Heldolf's domain, or we're sunk.
And that's where I come in. If you'll let me fill the Dezel-shaped hole in your group, together we should be strong enough. How about it? It's in all our best interests, right?
What do you believe we should do?
Será gracioso.
Saray,
Oh, what were we talking about again?
Hey, can I have the floor?
Huh?
Hey! I thought you had good to do in the world. Keep moping and crying, and I'll chain you up so tight you can't even breathe.
Es un normal. Esta tía es imbécil.
That's what he said. Oh,
and he asked me to kick your ass a little too while I was at it.
Venga, vale.
And then I told him I'd do my best out there. And so that's why.
Le va a reventar el orto. Le va a dar una patada tan fuerte que le envía al hospital.
Why am I crying like this?
Rose.
He was really glad he got to travel with all of you.
¿Te imaginas que el sobrete le da la patada en el orto a ella? Y dice gracias por esta patada.
In the end, he was smiling. If only I talked with him more. Oh, forget it. I'm done.
Thank you for delivering his message to us. He was a kind watchdog up until the very end.
I'll say.
Guess you'll be okay from now on, huh, Rose?
I'm okay. Are you okay?
All right, let's go.
Hold your horses. Don't I get a pack thingy?
Se la suda. Está demasiado cheto el Sinca.
Alrighty. So, now what do we do?
Just as planned. We're heading to Glavend Basin. Since it's the place where we first met Heldolf.
Glavend Basin, huh? Here we go.
Pues peló, bro. Voy a ver si lo manejo. Personaje de combate. Vamos a ver qué tiene. Geostigma. Calor radiante. Colmillos vengativos. Calor radiante. Declive de guardia. Hora de manejar a David. Se traspasa sus mierdas. Hostia, cómo sube esa mierda el ataque. Pero baja mucho la defensa y todo eso. De momento lo dejaré. Vale, sí, esto. Mago de las cadenas, 12% ataque. Sí, así está bien. El Xavier es el que más ataque tiene de todo el puto equipo. Y Rose tiene un huevo de ataque y es malísima. Sí. Así. Espérate. De hecho, a por todas y a por todas. Así está mejor. Vale, volvamos. Pasto de pergotas.
You said you'd fill in for Dezel, right?
A man never goes back on his word. Well, unless it's with the ladies.
Can you really do it?
Oh ho ho!
Es
You doubt
muzajeriego.
me, huh? Come on, you've seen what I can do.
Yeah, but only because you practically forced it on us.
I said I was sorry. Jeez.
We get how strong you are, but what about the spiritual power of wind? You don't have to go back and get it?
Not to worry. The shepherd takes those spiritual powers into his being. So there's nothing to worry about. Especially not with an able and handsome wind.
El Safi Sinca, chaval.
All right then.
I won't let you down.
I'll see to it you don't.
I'm a little surprised. You're quite knowledgeable about spiritual powers and shepherds.
Well, I am a well-experienced grown-ass man after all. You know you can always count
Toda la
on me.
vergota.
Somehow I'm not so sure that I can.
Marcando paquetote. Solo quiere encajar.
I know this is real sudden, but there's something I want to ask y'all so I can fit in a little better. Tell me your weaknesses.
Why would we
¡Qué
do
hijo de
something
puta!
like that?
Hey now, that's cold.
Como le han de
boy.
reventado
I'll
500
tell you mine
veces.
to make it fair. On days when the temperature is low, I get cold.
Yeah, because you don't wear any clothes.
Oh, I see how it is. You want something
Está
juicy? Let me
sexualizado.
tell you something.
Me parece
If a
fatal.
girl starts crying, there's nothing
Que
I won't
metan a
do.
un hombre sin camiseta y mamadísimo. No representa a los hombres de verdad. La mayoría de hombres no están como él.
But weak against fire.
Me ofende que esté sexualizado para gustar a las mujeres heterosexuales.
Your world. As far as I can
Muy
tell,
mal.
from the
Pienso
least
escribir un
up,
artículo de 40 páginas llorando y quejándome de que David está tremendamente sexualizado. Porque va con poca ropa, va ahí provocativo. Y va ahí con posturas de machito alfa, conquistador de mujeres. Y hace comentarios machistas y sexistas.
Hey, Zavid. I want to ask you about something you mentioned.
Oh, Is this your response to my love confession?
Don't try and weasel your way out of this. You said there was something you had to settle with my brother.
That's all there is to it, really. There's just something between us we need to settle.
And that something is?
I told him, please, let me marry your little sister, and he punched me.
Don't lie.
Oh, come on, he'd totally do something like that.
Fine. Don't tell me then.
No wonder he's worried about her all the time.
So what's this really
Es
about?
encantadora.
Did
¿Quién no se
Edward's brother ask
enamoraría
a
de
favor
Edna?
from you or something like that?
Who wants to know?
Does it have something to do with the oath?
Nah, it's not that big of a deal. But even so, a promise between men is just as sacred.
Una promesa entre bros. Qué bonito. Que follen. Que follen ya.
It all might be too much for mere humans to bear.
I shouldn't have taken them along. Oh, it's so useless to say that now.
They could have stayed home in their rooms if they didn't want to deal with it. They went out of their own accord.
Yeah, and I don't think either of them expect or want anyone to take responsibility for their being dragged into this.
Both of them seem so used
Acabo de
to
darme
living with the
cuenta
Seraph.
que el color de sus ropas simboliza el tipo elemental que
Serena and I
lleva
were
cada
raised
uno.
together ever since we were just
Ahora.
babies.
Ahora me he
There
dado
was a time
cuenta.
when you were a baby?
That's rude.
My bad, my bad. I'm sure you were a sweet, well-behaved little guy back in your day.
Too bad I'm not like that anymore, huh?
Puede disfrutar del juego.
You know, there's something I've been...
Yeah, what?
You're an Earth Seraph, right? So why do you use an umbrella for a weapon? Isn't that more like a water element?
Es para
I guess
tapar
I
el
can tell
barro.
you. Ready to have your mind blown? I'm using it precisely because I'm an Earth Seraph.
¡Oh, madre mía!
You know about the dominant relationships among the elements. Earth, water, fire, and wind, right? Earth is stronger than water. Meaning that especially when using seraphic arts, you can increase your mana output by using the subordinate.
What?
Just to let you know, Lila has been using wind-imbued paper, and Dezel's pendulum has been using earth and minerals as
Bueno.
their catalysts. The
Dezel.
staff that you've been using is fundamentally an earth element. You'd have to be a complete idiot for using something like that as a water
¡Qué
seraph,
gilipollas!
is what I'd like to say, but I'll hold back.
But you did just say it.
Well, if you've been using it as a way to train yourself, or a way to incorporate physical attacks on top of seraphic
¡Qué
arts,
gilipollas el que
then
mi
you're
Leo!
not doing it completely wrong,
malísimo.
at least.
Es como las
The
trabas que
longer
se
you live,
pone
the
Goku.
easier it is for you to choose to do what takes the least amount of effort. But if you really aren't satisfied and want to grow stronger,
Por eso está
then you're
mamadísimo
just
la
going to have
armatización
to
de
do things the
Leo.
hard way, if you want to go beyond whatever ability you were born
Pues me
with.
paso el juego en dificultad difícil.
Huh.
Te jodes.
Anyways, you've been using your staff without knowing what it's for. Good job, dummy.
¿Cómo le mete caña MK Leo?